Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Dalia, and today we are back on my cozy autumn town cider, working on a new build. I'm excited for this one because I want to do kind of like a cool little residential street next to my resident services, and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. So let's head over to the area we'll be working on today, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, let's head over. So today we're working on this little area right here. It's not too big of a space, which I'm really kind of glad for. As I've been saying in my previous videos the last couple of months, even the last month, I don't want to be working on huge spaces for my videos. I feel like 3 hours of footage for a build is so completely unnecessary. So we're keeping it very simple today and just doing a small space. So I'm placing my kind of sidewalk path code down, and if you're curious about any of the codes I use, they are available in the description of the video, so feel free to check that out if you're interested. All of my creator codes are always listed in my videos descriptions if you're curious about what codes I work on or what codes I use. So we're going to be doing like a very small kind of road, and then we're going to transition over to the street. Now, I knew I wanted to do some fake buildings. This island is a very interesting mix of natural and city. I didn't think I'd be doing as much of a city layout on this island initially, but to be honest, with this road code especially, it kind of just calls for it to be kind of structured in certain areas and less structured in others. So for this particular area, it is definitely a lot more structured, but I do have some natural elements, which you will see later, and then a kind of cute little residential street that kind of leads up. I'm going to be having a villager neighborhood somewhere beside here, above here, so I wanted to have some shops that are kind of close to the villagers' homes. If you saw my last video, my two island shops, the Eagles and Nook's Cranny, are on the other side of this area, to the left of my res services on the second cliff. You'll probably briefly glimpse a cliff behind my plaza. We're not going to go near there today. Also, look at Eunice. I don't know what Weber said to her, but she looks like she's having the time of her life, and it's so cute. I love it when villagers have happy moments like that. So I'm just placing the rest of my road code down. This did require me to time travel a couple of days to get rid of all of my villagers' homes that are right here. This is basically right beside the edge of my map. We're only about 10 tiles away, or 8 tiles away.
I didn't go to school for math
from when I finish this build today, so there's a lot of spaces. Also, Harv, move. I want to have Harv on this island so I can take pictures, but he keeps getting in my way. I already had to deal with him in a previous video. If you saw that, it's really hard because one little click, you'll accidentally talk to him instead of placing the road code down. Anyway, we're basically done placing the road code. It looks really good. And then I'm gonna start making some fake buildings. I decided to go with the red brick with the black roof, medieval building sites, and castle items for this island. I won't be using a lot of castle items. I don't really see myself using the tower very much, and very small use of the gate. But I will be using the medieval building sites and the wall. The walls are great because they kind of look like roofs to make fake buildings, like the one I'm making right now. It's very simple. It's very simple because this really doesn't have a purpose. This particular fake building, I decided to put a counter table in front and then some chairs, and then somehow this turned into a newspaper stand. I do have a newspaper stand design I want to use for this island. This is just a small version of it, just something really simple, people can sit here and read or something. I don't know. I wanted to do something more than a simple garden bench here, so it looks really cute, and I like that counter table with my medieval building sides. So then I'm planting some trees. I planted some trees behind the fake building, and then I'll be doing the same thing to the other side. I do move these trees around later on because I wanted it to kind of be placed a different way in terms of like the placement of some other items in a place later, but this is what it looks like for now. And then I'm going to be doing a fake building to the right side of here, and this is going to be like kind of like a cafe with like a balcony. I love doing balcony builds for my fake buildings, and this one in particular looks so cute, especially when you see it from the side of the road. And then I'm placing some spooky items. This isn't a Halloween island, but this is an island that kind of is leading up to celebrating Halloween. So I do have some spooky items. I really just think placing spooky items are beneficial for me for this island because it's a great way to add items onto my streets. Because the thing is with, sorry, I'm coughing. The thing is with city core, there's only so many items you can place on the ground, you know, like on a street. So I feel like the spooky items are a great way to fill up space. So that's, I'm not gonna lie, about 80% of the reason I'm using them. They honestly also just look really good. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie and pretend like this is a Halloween island. It's not. It is a, like, just a cozy autumn town, but it does have Halloween elements incorporated.
Oh, I'm so glad we cleared that up.
So I quickly made my second clip that's going to be the balcony and placed some items or some custom designs on the ground. And then we're going to be working on the style of the fake building. I'm going to be using a mix of the medieval building sides, the castle gate, and some castle walls, just to kind of give it like a framed kind of shape. I was debating using the storefronts, because I love using storefronts to create fake buildings, but because this area does have a lot of medieval building sides already, I wanted all the buildings to look very similar to one another, so it just made more sense to keep it cohesive. I probably will be using the storefronts for other areas. Like, I want to do a residential area that maybe uses the storefront because they have like the fake windows that light up, but we'll see. We'll see. This is what it kind of looks like right now. It's cute. And like I said, it is going to be a cafe, so I did a stall with a fake kind of leaf design on it, a glass jar, and some tea and sugar. This just kind of looks like an outdoor cafe area you can kind of sit and drink coffee at, you know. And then I did push the castle gate back a little bit to include the brown topiaries. I honestly haven't even used the topiaries on this island yet, but I forgot that I can use them on this island because it is kinda city core, even though not really. Some areas are going to be much more structured and parallel and symmetrical. Other areas are not going to be, but this looks really cute. And then I put some hedges down and then quickly replaced all my items back. And then that's essentially what the cafe, like, terrace kind of looks like. So I did get a fake door design to incorporate into like my fake building. I will be using this item or that particular custom design in a couple of areas on my island. It's a very simple brown door that I can definitely see myself getting a lot of use out of. And then I'm just completing my build with some plant partitions and just kind of making it look really cute. The menu chalkboard and like the little coffee version, it's giving very, like, dark academia, college town vibes, which I think I said I kind of like the vibe for my island when I was working on my, my store build in my previous video. Like, I like the idea of it being kind of more structured and looking kind of like a very prestigious kind of college town, even though that's not the overall vibe of the island, but certain areas I think in this build definitely kind of give that like illusion. I didn't know exactly what I was going to do on the opposite side of my street now that we're back to working on this side, but I decided to incorporate a little bit more of a natural areas like I mentioned from before. So I decided to put some dirt down, and we're going to be working on a small little, because this is supposed to be a residential street, we're going to be working on a small little park area. So I'm placing the light dirt down. And then if you saw my first video, I do have this really pretty leaf design, like fallen leaf pattern that I really want to incorporate in more natural areas on my island. So I just plant some trees, and then I'll be placing this leaf design down. Once again, it will be listed in the description of the video, but I think using this leaf design on areas that are meant to be more natural really do incorporate this particular area back into my street, because even though they're from two different creators, the leaf designs on both of these patterns are extremely similar. They have the same color story, and I think they just look really good together. So I placed some of the leaf piles around the trees to kind of look like fallen leaves from the trees directly, and then I'm just kind of throwing them down sporadically. I do have these fallen leaf codes that are like the 1 to 2 leaf designs that kind of just add a little bit more to the space, so I'm placing those down, and then we'll be placing our playground items. I kept this particular playground really simple, and I wanted to make sure that the color scheme worked with my overall like layout, because this is a very fall, warm toned kind of island, I guess. So I'm using just the playground items that kind of like share the same color story. So I'm using like the playground jungle gym that is in like the red and yellow and orange. I used the rodeo spring right around the rodeo spring right. Okay, I can't. I used the little springy thing in like the rodeo style instead of the original, just because I like how it looks and I think it looks a little bit more fall. And then I decided to use the elephant slide in the black and orange. I wish we had a different color of it, but honestly it kind of brings a pop of color to the space, which I don't mind. I'm also kind of just shifting around a little bit of my customization codes. What am I even saying? I'm just changing a couple of my design codes around on the playground because I thought there was too much leaf design underneath the playground. And then I'm just placing some items around the space, adding some more trees. And one thing I did want for this particular little playground is like weeds overgrowing, so I do plant some weeds and then time travel to overgrow them. I was wondering why they weren't growing, and then I went to another part of my island and I had like 100 weeds overgrown on like a random cliff at the back of my island. Have you ever wondered why a certain area is not growing with your weeds, and then you find the weeds that are stopping these particular weeds from growing? It is very annoying. It is very annoying. So I had to do that a couple times to make sure that these particular weeds grew correctly. So I just placed some items down. I decided to do some garden benches beside the evergreen ashes. And then I did like a public water fountain. And then to cut off my beaches, I put some decoy ducks just to prevent you from like going onto my beaches. I'm not sure if I'm going to be decorating my beaches on this island. I might do like a couple of small spaces, but because I have like my fencing and then the decoy ducks here, it kind of stops you from going to like certain areas of the beach. And also I just like using decoy ducks on city islands. I think it looks really cute. And then I moved the trees around like I said I was going to do, and then I'm back to using the banner street lamps. It just looks so cute up against the cliffs and the trees, I feel. So I put that on either side, just keeping it really simple. I'm still kind of undecided about the wreath that I have placed on the banner. It's very cute, but to me it's very festive, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it, but for right now it's going to stay. And like I said, I'm placing another fake building behind the garden bench. Once again, just doing it very simple with some medieval building sides, and then the castle walls as like the roof. I'm definitely gonna be having a incline beside this area, and then probably a transition over to residential space. So I wanted to keep it really simple and not kind of overwhelm it with like fake buildings. So I kept it really, really simple with the fake building of my plaza. And yeah, and then at this point I'm just kind of throwing random items down to kind of complete my streets, you know. Some pile of leaves. I feel like leaf piles are just a good way to kind of fill up the space without it being too overwhelming, but you can still like walk through the area. And yeah, rover briefcase, which I completely forgot was an item up until now. And yeah, essentially I'm finished with the build. I've just placed a couple of cars down. My streets are small, so I won't have too many cars on this island, but I'm going to try to incorporate them whenever I can, you know. And then yeah, quickly time travel to early morning. Look at Eunice kind of chilling in the background, and Harv, of course. So yeah, without further ado, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's go check out the final build. Alright, that is everything for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I love how this area turned out. I love making fake buildings and fake streets like this, and I just think it's so cute and cozy and turned out amazing. So I hope that you guys liked it as well. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you're new, become a member if you'd like to support the channel further. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!